Hey y'all, it's Cindy, stamping in Dixie, Technique Tuesday live from my kitchen table, which is a worse disaster than normal. I'm getting ready for the open house launch, catalog launch. What are we calling it? A wake for the circle punches. And there's stuff everywhere, y'all. There is stuff literally everywhere. My kitchen table, the dining room, whatever that room over there is loaded. The couch is loaded. There's stuff everywhere. It's crazy. There's no place to sit down. And I have no clue what my lighting's doing because I really can't see. And Tombo's not even here. He left me. I cannot believe he left right before Technique Tuesday Live. Why would he do something like that? No, he took Katie to get something to eat because I've been running around like a chicken and therefore I don't have anything ready for dinner and it's 7 o'clock and she's 14 and she's hungry and she's staying with me because her mom just had surgery and so he took her to get something to eat. So that's why St. Tommy's not here. He will be back. They'll probably come walking in any minute now making all kinds of noise. So anyway, I'm glad you're here. I see Stacy's watching anyway. So I hope we get some other guests on, Stacy. But I have a really cool technique. So if nobody else joins us, you and I can do it. Oh, hey, Teresa. Teresa finally joined us. And I know Miss Carol's there somewhere. She just hadn't found us yet. Miss Carol, you probably need to refresh in order to find us. Anyway, it's been kind of a crazy week. Last week, of course, I wasn't here. And I really had decided to cancel earlier in the day because Jennifer was coming home from Huntsville with her surgery. My stepdad, Happy, was in the hospital pending surgery for a pacemaker. And then the whole storm thing hit. My mom had come home from the hospital because of the weather. So he was there by himself. And Katie and I, of course, went to get our nails done like, all good Southern women do in the middle of a storm. Actually, it wasn't storming when we went to get our nails done, but my nails look good, don't they? See? But it started storming. Anyway, the lights went out. They finished our nails. The tornado thing went through while we're sitting there getting our nails done. The lights went out. They finished our nails with the flashlights of their phones. But the bad news was my car got reamed in the Walmart parking lot by flying debris, a buggy, something. Hey, Amber. Not really sure what hit me, but something hit inside of my car. There was a buggy around, so I'm sure it was a buggy. We saw little swimming pools flying by. We saw those big blue bins they collect groceries in flying by. There was stuff flying everywhere. It was actually kind of scary, and we're sitting right there in the nail salon with the whole glass front, and Katie's like, Cece, you're being so calm. But anyway, what are you going to do? That was my excitement for Tuesday, and they did put Happy's pacemaker in the middle of all that. And so he came home from the hospital Wednesday. So it's just been crazy. I've had kids, and I've just been, running around like a chicken. And, of course, the weekend, it was Mother's Day, which I had a great Mother's Day. I hope y'all did, too. I was very blessed. I went to church with my mom. And then we met Josh and Miranda and the boys at Jim and Nick's after they got out of church. And then I came home and Lily FaceTimed me from Charlotte. And we spent 30 minutes to an hour talking. And then Brett had invited us out for dinner. He was smoking a ham, and his neighbor was very kind to prepare some side dishes to go with the ham. And so I got to spend the evening with my daughter and her husband and 2 kids. So it was really a great day. Now, Katie's back staying with me for a little while, and because Mama still can't drive. And anyway, it's been interesting. And then starting Thursday, I have Barrett for the rest of the week. So it's going to be a really interesting week. Plus, y'all know this weekend is what? Who can tell me what's this weekend? Saturday, 9:30 to 3:30 or 9:30 to 3-ish or something like that. 9:30 to 3:30. What is it? Somebody answer me. I can't see comments, so I don't know if you're answering or not. Okay, so it is my open house catalog launch morning ceremony wake for the circle punches. Do you know this is the first time in 30-something years Stampin' Up! Has not had a circle punch in the catalog? Yeah, there's reason to mourn here. So, but there's a lot of other really cool stuff. Anyway, let me get busy with tonight's project. Y'all don't want to hear me talk. So, I need an answer. Who's got scraps like 1/2 inch pieces of designer series paper like these laying all over? I have tons of them, and I know y'all have some too. I know you do. At retreat, actually at the last 2 retreats, at the stay-at-home retreat and at the go-away retreat, we did some cards using these. Hey, Teresa, I'm glad you've got scraps. So this is the one card we did at the 2 retreats, where I showed you how to use the strips and do the gold leafing, gilding in between them. Well, I love that card. That is so pretty. I just think that's the prettiest card. Anyway, hey, Kimberly. So today we're going to do something a little different with our scraps. So let me find the card. We're going to do it's called paper braiding. So here's the card. And isn't that cool? It's not actually braided, but that's what it's called. I actually saw this done by a lady named Lissa Zolink, I think is how you say her last name. She's up in Wisconsin. She's a demonstrator in Wisconsin. Really sweet, sweet girl. Anyway, so that's where I learned to do it, and I thought it was something I would show y'all how to do. I don't think you have to use 1/2 inch strips, and I haven't tried it with cardstock because I don't think it would work. Thank you, Crystal. I don't think it would work with cardstock because it's not pliable enough. It might work if you had 12-inch. No, because your cardstock would have to be like embossed, like, embossing, folder embossing. It's really hard to do a 12-inch strip to emboss the 12-inch strip of cardstock. But anyway, designer series paper that especially is double-sided works perfect. So let me show you how to do it because it's really easy and it's a lot of fun. And it's just, fun technique you could add to different things. So I'm going to sit down. I won't be able to see y'all anymore because I can't do this standing up. So you need 4 pieces of DSP that are at least 1/2 inch, about a 1/2 inch. I think a 1/4 inch would work, and I'm guessing 1 inch would be hard to do, but probably would work. Anyway, and they need to have coordinating sides. You know what I mean? They need to look good from both sides, not just like if this had, really different color, like purple or something, that wouldn't coordinate well with our other. We wouldn't want that. But the print doesn't matter as much as the color. The color coordinates, okay? So we're going to start with 4 pieces. That's all we're going to need. And what we're going to do is put them together. I'll get my glue mat up here like this. So I'm going to lay this one down, and then I'm going to take my glue. Now, I've told y'all before, and some lucky winner's going to get one of these tonight. But, so y'all make comments because somebody's going to get one of these little bottles. I love these little bottles. I ordered them off Amazon. I ordered a bunch of them. And I just open them up, and I put my Tombow in here, and I put my other liquid glue in one of these. It's got a nice little tiny, tiny tip, so it comes out very thin, and it doesn't get clogged, but a needle will fit in it. And then it's got this little cap that stays attached to it, which is the biggest blessing because I lose things. And it just slides back on there like that, and it keeps it covered up. The biggest problem is this gets in the way when I'm working, but I just stick it under my finger. Anyway, so let's get on. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue, and I'm bragging on it now. It's not going to come out. I've been using it all day. All right, little bit of glue right there. And we're going to sit this piece right here at a 90-degree angle. So those are even. 90-degree angle. All right, and then we'll come back in with my second piece. My next piece is going to go this way. Get my little thingy over here, and I'm going to put just a little bit of glue here. Come on. It's about empty. I know it doesn't look like it, but I've been using it. And so it's getting down to where I got to really squeeze to get it out. And I'm going to line this up. And the main thing is just to get it straight. And that's one of the reasons I'm using the liquid glue, because I have a little bit of wiggle room to make sure that this is lined up. It's got to be right up next to that one and right up to the top of that one. To the one on the right. Okay, and the one on the left. So I want that straight. Go over. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to turn this one around this way because this light end's down here, and we'll put this light in up here. And it'll give us a little bit more contrast. Come on, there we go. And then that's going to go right there. All right, perfect. That's the hardest part of the whole technique. All right, has anybody done this before? All right, so now what we're going to do is it's not really weaving or braiding, it's more weaving. But what you're going to do is take the outer piece, and I start with the one in my right, and just kind of put your finger there and fold it. And how you know where you need it is it should line up straight against the piece on the left, and then you crease it. And this is probably a good time to use your bone folder to crease it and keep it straight. Now you go over the outside piece on the left now, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to fold it over till you get right beside that piece. Make sure it's where you want it, straight, and then crease it. And you just keep going all the way down this, folding it over, making sure it's lined up parallel, I guess is the right word, and then burnish. Outside piece on the other side. Fold it over. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So it won't surprise me if I get a phone call from somebody like Tommy. Anyway, so go over here. I'm going to do this as kind of quickly. I hope you can follow along. I don't want you, this could get boring if you're just sitting there watching me weave. And basically that's what it is. We're not really braiding, but we're not really weaving either. We're just folding it over. Stay with your outside piece and keep it straight. I'm going to turn it a little bit. I think it might be easier for me to turn it. I took a basket weaving class one time, Teresa. It was a lot of fun. But you're right, that took a long time to weave one little basket. We went to Charleston not too long ago and watched the ladies there weaving out of that I forgot, palmetto grass or something. It was amazing, the baskets they made. Of course, it was expensive, but I understood why, because it really was a very time-consuming, tedious talent. They were very gorgeous, too. Anyway, we're going to go all the way down, and we really had to start with the 12-inch pieces. I would have started with something smaller if I could have. And this will be a little longer than we need, but it'll give us the opportunity to kind of choose where we want to position it on our card. You could probably do it with a little bit shorter pieces, but not a whole lot. If you want it to go all the way across the 5.5-inch direction of your card. So it kind of looks like a braid, doesn't it? It looks like a little chevron maybe. I just think this is so pretty. This paper's gorgeous. So this is the art floral paper. I'm still using a lot of the art floral stuff. I love that set. It is carrying over the art gallery. The paper will not be carrying over into the new catalog, but it is still current because it's in the mini, and the mini catalog is still current through the end of June. So if you don't have any of this, or if you think you might need an extra pack, go ahead and get it before it's gone, because it's such pretty paper. And it just goes so well with that stamp set. And I really do love that stamp set. Though I'm hooked now on the pop pansies. I've been doing pansy stuff, getting ready for my Monday night class already saw the pansy stuff. Hey, Marcia, glad to see you. I hope you're feeling better. Sure missed you at retreat. All right, we're about to the end. We're just going to do one more, and then we don't really need these tails down here. I don't think that one is really wide enough to go over one more time, so I'm just going to stop there. But I am going to put just a tad bit of glue here. There we go. Just to hold that tail down until we are ready to cut it because we're going to cut this piece. All right, so there's our braid. Is that not cool? You can decide which side you like better. I just think that is so cool. It could be an error. Put it on a scrapbook page like an error or something. I just think that is so cool. All right, so let me put that aside and grab our, move that out of the way. Our card, and I'm using the card base is Poppy Parade. Got glue there. Even though I had my mat down, I still got glue there. Poppy Parade. I went ahead and put a white layer inside that's 4 by 5 1/4 and stamped it with wishing you a little extra happiness just because you're you. And that comes out of one of the new sets that I'll be showing a lot coming up soon. The Pansy Patch. Y'all, I love this set. I absolutely love this set. So the little things you do make such a big difference, and wishing you a little extra happiness just because you're you are 2 of the sayings in there that I really like. But these pansies are gorgeous. My ladies stamped those Monday night. In the Monday night group, they did something with that group. And then the paper, let me just show you. This is just cut out of the paper. The framelets cut out the stamp, but they also cut out this poppy out of the paper. A pansy out of the paper. Isn't that pretty? I just love them. So I've got some really cute projects lined up for that. But we're using Poppy Parade right now and art gallery and floral art paper. So I'm going to take just the head, this is the top of the flower, out of that stamp set and Poppy Parade ink and just do some tone-on-tone background stamping. And that's just to kind of have something up here because y'all know I'm not real good at having lots of empty space. But I'm not doing a lot, just a little bit. Because the focal point is really going to be our braid. Okay, so just about like that. It's probably enough. Let me close up my ink pad because, if I don't, it'll be all over me. All right, now I'm going to take this and it's just going to go like right here on our card. So I don't want to use the pointy end, so I'm going to put it about right there and about like that. So, all right, let me put some, I'm going to use, actually I could use tear and tape, but since I have Seal Plus in my holder here, I'm just going to use my Seal Plus. And oops, maybe get it straight. Because, I can't do anything straight. And it really won't, see, that's not straight. I should have put my mat back down so I don't get sticky on my work surface. All right. So I'm putting the Seal Plus on there. Now if I can just get this straight, that's the important part. Where's that line? Alrighty, and just press that down good. Make sure it holds. Okay, then when you get to that point, what you want to do is take your scissors, take your card, and you're just going to cut it along the back like that. On both ends. Okay. That scrap, where did that came from? All right, now we need to check here to see we got a little loose end right here. So we want to come in with just a little glue on that piece and glue it down. And it looks like this end is stuck pretty, that piece could use a little glue. Nope, that one too. Because just where we cut it, we just need to make sure that we get those little pieces adhered well so they don't come loose. Isn't that cute? I love this. All right. Hey, Linda. Y'all tell me, do you like this or is it like, not so much? I know it's a little bit more involved than some of the things we do, but I just think that's so pretty. And it's so creative. All right. I cut a piece of gold foil. And I'm just going to put it right up here like that. I'm actually going to kind of tuck it up under there, I think. So let me put a little, I think I'll just put Tombow on it. See how little that comes out? It makes it such a little fine line. And this way I can kind of tuck this up under there a little bit. Because I don't really need it to be quite that wide, but... And it kind of looks like it's got a layer of the gold behind it. We could have done 2 smaller strips on both sides, actually. Right, I always got glue on it, so now I got to clean the glue off. I always cut my strip just a tad bit long because it's better to cut it a little long and be able to snip it off than to have it too short. So, yep, Cindy gets glue on her finger and then she gets it on the gold. All right, there we go. That is pretty. Now we need a sentiment. So I've got a piece of white, whisper white here, and I've got another saying out of the pansy patch that says a little hello from me to you. And I'm going to stick with the Poppy Parade ink. And I'm just going to ink that up. Oh, inked my fingernail up, of course. Wouldn't be me if I didn't get ink all over me. Hey, darling. Glad you made it. You'll have to watch the beginning so you can see how we did the braiding, the paper braiding. You've probably done that, though. You've done so many things. Look at that, y'all. I just got all my nails in the ink pad that time. All right. So let's see. I'm going to stick this probably right about there. So I'm going to go ahead and trim it off a little bit on both ends. And then I don't have a punch tool out here or a punch. So I'm just going to tag it myself. Hey, Geneva, are you coming on Saturday? Are y'all okay? I hope you didn't have any of that bad weather affect your home. I know y'all have had a rough time with all the workman's comp and stuff, which is just a pain in the you-know-what. All right, let's see. I put out, here they are. I'm going to use the long strips of dimensional, if I can open them. Okay. These are foam adhesive strips as opposed to just like, dimensionals. But because this piece is long and skinny, that's a whole sheet. Let's use. Okay. Good. Glad to hear it. This is just easier to use because it covers the whole thing. See, I could actually probably just put that one since this is just a little small, not very heavy banner. But just to be sure, and I don't like my cards. You know what? Did I put that on the top? I put that on the bottom. That's perfect. I don't need to put another one on there. Because what I'm going to do, take the back off of that one, is I'm going to stick it up like over that a little bit. Like that. And see, it just supports the whole thing. So when that gets mailed, it's not going to flatten because it's got dimensional all the way down. And that's it. It's done. Isn't that pretty? I love that card. I love that technique. Isn't that fun? I can just think of all the different patterns we could use with that. That would be really pretty. I think my gold piece could have been maybe a little bit smaller. Maybe a 1/2 inch was a little big. But I thought I could tuck it in there a little bit more than I did. Anyway, there you go. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. Thank y'all for coming and watching. I look forward to seeing you at the open house on catalog launch. Sad morning party for the circle punches. But I hope to see y'all Saturday sometime between 9:30 and 3:30. And y'all have a great evening. And I'm going to go see if they brought me anything to eat. So bye, Teresa. Bye, Marcia. Bye, Kimberly. Y'all have a great night. Bye, Darlene.